To help us kick off this year's Thanksgiving drive, we will hear from Mr. Mark Alvarez, an alumnus from that class of 1983. Please welcome Mr. Alvarez.
Thanks, Kevin. My name's Mark Alvarez, and I'm here to kick off the 2015 Thanksgiving drive today. I graduated from Jesuit about 32 years ago in 1983. In fact, I walked through these doors for the first time to go to school here 37 years ago. Okay. I probably haven't been in this building more than a handful of times since 1983. That's a lot of years, a lot of time gone by, but that hasn't affected my fondness for this place at all. My life has been a little bit away from New Orleans, and so if you don't mind, I'm just going to take a second to soak this all in. This is impressive. Look at you out there, 1,400 Blue Jays. It's quite a sight to see. Y'all look good, almost as good as we looked back in the 80s. Come on. So you guys probably don't take a lot of time to take stock of your place here. I know I didn't when I was here. So let's kind of take a step back and do that now. Take a moment, kind of look around, look at what you got here. Look at each other. No, do it. I mean it. Look at each other. Shake hands. Come on, do it. Shake hands, fist bump. Hug. Go ahead, hug. Do it. I mean, look at this place, really. How special is this place, right? You feel that, don't you? Do you feel that? Right? We believe we're blessed here. We believe that, don't we? You know, I think about it a lot as I've passed the half-century mark on this earth. How fortunate I was to have those 5 years here. How profoundly that time affected my life. How blessed I was to be here. I think about how fortunate we are as a community of faith, and I can't attribute it to anything but the grace of God. Grace. You know about grace, right? It's a gift. It's always there, and it takes a lot of forms, but at its core, it's the favor of God. It's just given for nothing, just because you're you. I know that's a lot to chew on Monday morning, but from time to time, I think you got to think about that. I think it's important to note that. In my book, we have a big one-up in the Grace Department for the blessings we receive to be here. For what goes on in the classrooms, and the hallways, and the chapel as you worship, we've been blessed, right? You believe that, right? God's grace is here. It's always been here. I'm telling you, you can't get away from it. You've received it by being here. And that's just a challenge for us to deal with and to understand. Now, I'm here to talk about the Thanksgiving drive and why what you'll do over the coming weeks as we build up to Thanksgiving is important. The class of 1983, as you've just heard, donates the turkeys for the drive. So as a chairman of that drive, I was told by these guys that I got to get up here and speak about it early in the morning. Came all the way from the North Shore. You guys that do that, God bless you. It's hard to do. So I thought about it a lot. Thought about why do we do this? Why, as a Jesuit community, do we have this outreach to the disadvantaged in our area? Why is it so important to us? We've been doing it for years. So at this time of year, I think about the passage that says, "The poor will always be with you. You can help them anytime that you want." Now, that doesn't mean that we can't do anything about poverty. It just means we have this opportunity to help when we can. It's not up to us to judge that. We don't get to say, help this kind of poor or that kind of poor. Jesus told us to help the poor, right? So whatever you've done for the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. That's the passage that keeps running through my mind as I'm here today. So this is that time. This is that time we choose to help. We come together to do that. We'll do it, and in that way we'll fulfill what we've been taught so well here, men for others, okay? We receive this wonderful gift, and I think this is the way I think that we pay it back in some small way. All this thinking about this time here today got me thinking about my classmates that started this drive. It's been 20 years now. You know, I don't know if a single one of them was on student council or was a great athlete or a great scholar here. You know, it just doesn't matter. The point is God works through all of us, no matter who we are. God works through all of us. You're going to come to know that and understand that as you deliver these baskets. You'll become the hands and feet of the body of Christ. To close, I'm going to remind you how extremely blessed we are to be here. Standing here 30 years later, I still marvel at it. I'm in awe of it, really. It's staggering of all the places that you could be born in this earth, and to have a blessing like this is amazing. I hope that gives you a sense of why my classmates and all the alumni are so engaged in this effort. I pray that in some small way it inspires you to give back your entire life. It's often said, to whom much has been given, much is expected. And I think you hear that a lot here. Kind of reminds me of a line from my favorite movie, one of my favorites, Saving Private Ryan. Anybody seen it? Who's seen it? Yeah? It's a good one, isn't it? It's a good one. And the pivotal scene, the guys have gone out to try to find this guy, Private Ryan, and pretty much everybody died trying to get this guy back home to his mother. And on the bridge, if you remember, Captain Miller was there. It's Tom Hanks. And he's, with his last breath, he pulls Ryan closer to him. And what does he say? Anybody know? I thought I heard it. Earn this. Earn this. Well, that's my prayer to you today, boys. Let's go out and earn this. God bless you. AM to J.